viewers, you're welcome to the Untold TV show with me, Nathaniel Oulaku Tete, your host, and you can call me NT Oulaku for short. Today I am bringing you a special episode from Ashaiman Jericho, and we are sharing with you the story of Emoj Guitars. Emoj Guitars, yes, who is doing so much. He taught himself how to manufacture guitars, and he's doing so much exploit. And today we'll be sharing his story with you in the next few minutes. But don't forget, you can follow us on social media, that is Facebook and Instagram. Is the Untold TV show, the Untold TV show. As well on YouTube is the Untold TV show, and so you can watch, like, comment, and subscribe. And so very soon, and very soon, I'm going to bring you the full story. Yes, the full story, and nothing but the full story from the workshop of the CEO of Emoj Guitars. Emmanuel OTUBOAH is the name. I'll be with you very soon. Stay tuned, don't go away. So come with me, let's go and see what is happening at that shop. So finally we are inside the shop of Emoj Guitars, and all these elegant guitars you see on display were made right here in this house, in this small space, with so much talent on display. And you can see the finishing is a perfect touch. You wouldn't believe these things were made right here in Ghana by someone who taught himself how to manufacture guitars. And so very soon the interview will commence, and he's going to give us the full story, how it all began as a childhood dream, and where he's got into, and where he will be going in the next few years to come. Stay tuned. The interview continues right about now. Hi viewers, so finally we are at the workshop of Emoj Guitars, and with me in your shots is the CEO, Emmanuel OTUBOAH. Emma, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm blessed. And so our viewers want to know who Emmanuel OTUBOAH is. So if you can tell us about yourself, family, education, because I'm sure some of your mates are watching, they are just wondering, is he the one? Let's go.
Okay, I'm just a young guy who loves music.
Right.
And I started this when I was young. Yeah. Those days when I'm around, like I used to create pieces of woods, then I would form them together, and then I would create a guitar. So I started through that, like I was doing it small, and then I saw that like I had the talent of producing guitars. So I told my parents, and my parents decided that okay, since I have this, then they would help me out. So they helped me. So like they got me some stuffs.
Okay, we'll come to the family support. Okay. But can you tell us a bit about your education?
Okay, I started school at First Academy. Okay. Where I had my primary and my JHS education. Then I proceeded to Our Lady of Mercy, Tema Community 4. And from there, I went to the Accra College. Like I had an admission at the Accra College of Education. Okay. So currently, I'm in Accra College of Education.
Okay. So you are in the process of becoming a trained teacher.
Yes.
If I got it right.
Yes, please.
Okay. And so, what got you into manufacturing or producing of guitars? Anyways?
Oh, okay. When I was young, I loved music, and when I hear music, I like the bass part of the music. Like I like everything about music, but I was much concerned into the bass side of the music. Yeah. Okay. So I started there. So I learned how to play a guitar, like a bass guitar. Right. My brother helped me. So from there I started, and then through that, like I wanted to know what really went on when they produce guitar. So I began to research about how to produce guitar and other stuffs. So I started from there, and then
okay, so if your brother taught you how to play the bass guitar like you said, then you want to fill us in on the family size. How many siblings do you have?
Oh, okay, we are a family of 6.
Okay.
But my father is late. Okay. So my mom, my elder brother, Elder Nat, and my elder sister, Nancy OTUBOAH, and my younger brother, Collins OTUBOAH. So we are 4 in the family, but we are 6, but we the children, we are 4.
Okay, alright, that explains it. All right, so viewers, the interview is just about beginning, and already you can see on the background some of these beautifully made guitars here. There are more to show you as we progress. And so, I mean, this is a childhood dream,
Yes,
and
sure.
this is how far you brought these.
Yes.
But before we even come here, I mean, why, with all this passion and the love for making guitars and this beautiful work, you still enrolled to be trained as a teacher? Is there any special reason?
Oh, okay. You see that now we are in the 21st century.
Right.
And there's a saying, like, without education, though you can succeed, but you have to have a certain level of education.
Okay.
So that inspired me to engage myself into education.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're not really training to become a classroom teacher? Is that what I'm gathering?
Oh, okay. Now I'm in the college,
Okay.
but I have the talent of producing guitars, both the bass and the lead. Yeah. So I'm trying to merge the two. Yes. For now. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that's just by the way, viewers. And so we are going into the right details, and very soon you'll be telling us how each and every bit and pieces of wood and strings are joined to make a complete guitar like we are seeing. But then, talking about family again, how did your family support this vision from childhood to till now?
Oh, okay. When I was young, yeah, like I used to explore like guitar because I love music. So I told my mom, and then I told my late dad. So when they saw that, then they said that okay, because I have this talent, they would help me. Yeah. So they got me some stuffs, yeah, like wood and other stuffs, and then some tools. But those days, like I didn't really get all the tools though. Yeah. So they helped me. Yes. They helped me get the stuffs that I needed. So I started there. But when I started, there was a serious challenge because I was young by then, and it seems like I don't really have the strength to do because I was very young when I started. I was around 11 to 12 years when I started. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I like if I create a guitar, I'll fail because it's very difficult to create one though. So I tried over and over. Yes, and God willing, I'm now getting into perfection. So.
Yes, so like Thomas Edison says, he says that I have not failed 1,000 times, I have only found 1,000 ways that will not work. And so, yeah, practice, they say, makes a man perfect. So after trying several times, now we see what we see here. And he's telling us that he's not even close to perfection. That's amazing. And so, Emma, can you fill us in? When you want to manufacture, say, this is a lead guitar, right?
This is an acoustic
bass guitar.
Yes.
Okay. I sing, but I'm not into instruments. So, if you want to create an acoustic bass guitar like this, can you tell us how do you start the entire process?
Okay. So, in order to create an acoustic guitar, you first have to plan on how you want the shape to be, the size, and then the length. Yeah. So after that, you would get your wood, which can be in the form of plywood or any flat wood. Okay. So after that, then you would pick a shape of it, like you would have a template. Yes. So if you have a template, then you draw according to the template. So after that, then you cut according to the template that you've done. Then you would have some woods which you used to cross inside and all. Yes. To make it firm. After that, then you glue, then you join. So you have the acoustic box. When you do all those processes, you come with the acoustic box. Yeah. So after that, then you get your wood, which can be like any strong wood for the fretboard. Okay. Yeah. So you cut it, like you have to first mark it. After that, then you cut it. You cut it accordingly, because if you cut or you overcut, you would make a mistake, which will not make the work look nice. So you have to take your time and cut. After that, then you sandpaper, and then you mark the fret lines and all those stuff. Yeah. So after that, then you join, and then you think of the finishing. If you would use spray, or you would use the formical, like anyhow you want it.
Okay.
Then yes, then you just apply them on it. Yes.
Right. So, Ima, I understand that this was something you appreciated or you loved when you were younger, and then your parent got you a few tools to start. But I'm just curious to know, did you by any chance learn anything? I mean, how to do any of the parts of a guitar from any other person?
Okay. For doing of the guitar, I didn't learn it anywhere. But I was told that my late grandfather was into carpentry.
Okay.
And then my daddy too had a fair idea of it.
Okay.
So I guess it's true, like that lineage that has been transferred onto me. So I didn't learn it from anywhere. Even how to even hold the wood. I never learned how to hold the wood, not to talk of saw, cutting and all those stuffs. Yeah. I never learned anything like that.
Wow. Viewers, so this is the Untold TV show, and I am your host, Nathaniel Oulaku Tete. You can call me NT Oulaku for short. And with me here is the CEO of Emoj Guitar, Emmanuel OTUBOAH, and he's telling us the story behind how he started manufacturing or producing guitars all by himself, and it all began in this compound. How many years ago?
Okay. It will be about 13 years ago.
13 years ago. So this started about 13 years ago right here in this compound, and he's doing so much. Okay, so Ima, these raw materials that you use for the manufacturing, how do you source these materials?
Oh, okay. These raw materials are used, most of them are waste products.
Wow.
which are found within our environment. Yeah. So I go around them, find some and gather them. Most of them too, I buy them. Yes, then I would bring them together in the production of the guitar.
Okay, so on that waste product note, we go for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned, don't go away. Alright, so viewers, you're welcome back, and if you're watching, this is Untold TV show, and let me be quick to say you can follow us on social media, that is Facebook and also Instagram, that is Untold TV show, the Untold TV show, as well on YouTube is the Untold TV show. And don't forget to watch, comment, like and subscribe, so that whenever we upload videos of geniuses like these, you're going to see them. You're going to be the first person to see them, I should say. And so Emma, before the commercial break, told us that all these fine guitars we see here were made from waste materials that we see in our communities. And so he's going to take us through a gradual process, not to the finest detail because that is his trade secret, but he's going to tell us just a few more things that we need to know, how he converts these waste materials into the finest guitars that we see here. And so Ima, fill us in. When you get these waste materials like wood and the like, what do you do in order to get these finished products that we see here?
When you go on to the market,
right,
you would find that those who sell woods, those people who sell woods for waste, for firewood,
right,
yeah, they have like this kind of woods over there. So I go there and then I check through and find the taste of wood that will be suitable for the guitar. So most of the things on the guitar are waste woods, like the fretboard and the lining of the guitar. Yeah. So I go there and then I buy them from them. Then I come and modernize it and use it for something
useful.
Something useful, yeah.
And precious and expensive.
Sure.
Are they expensive?
Yeah. It's not really but it's moderate.
Moderate,
moderate,
he says. Yeah. Yes, and I know the price. I'm just not going to tell you. He will be sure he will be giving you his social media handles and his phone call. Later you can call if you want any of these. And I bet if you're a music lover like myself, you need to get one. Unfortunately, I didn't get to learn how to play a musical instrument. That is why I'm still not getting one. But I'm going to get one right after this show and start learning how to play the acoustic. Okay, so Ima, now how do you get it finished? How do you call this?
Okay, this is called the acoustic box.
Acoustic box.
Yeah.
So how do you get the acoustic board from waste wood like this or plywood like this? Can you?
So after I get the plywood, then I'll quickly, like, as I've gone for the waste wood,
Right.
then I'll go and buy the plywood. Yes. So after that, then I cut my patterns and all the stuff. So if I'm done, then I'll pick the waste wood, then I'll line the waste wood. I'll place it on the plywood.
Okay.
Then I'll line it. Yeah. So if I line it, I'll glue it and then I'll make sure that it will be firm and all the stuff. So after that, then I would cut a slim like plywood. Then I'll use to round it, which will cover the sound, like the acoustic box. Like I used to cover it. Yeah.
Okay, so I see something here. Probably you wouldn't want to give the details, but if I get what you were saying, you have a pattern
Yeah.
that is drawn,
Yes.
and you put it on the plywood,
Yes.
and then you cut it out,
Yes.
and then you join them
Like
into
that.
the acoustic box.
Sure.
Then when you're done, then you put the. Can we see this? So this is what you call the fret.
This is the fretboard.
The fretboard.
Yeah.
And so this is
This
made
you can see
from
is a waste wood.
a waste
Yeah.
wood. And so out of the waste wood you do this, and then you fix it to the,
To the acoustic
box.
box. Yeah.
and then you continue with the rest.
Yes.
That is putting on the strings and all the other parts, and then finishing.
Yeah.
Now, so let's come back to the other part. So now we understand that all the wood parts of the guitar, being it the bass or the lead or the acoustic, is sourced locally, and they are waste product, except the plywood that you buy from the timber market or so. Now, can you tell us about the strings and then the other metallic parts of the guitar? Where do you get them?
Okay. Since the country does not produce strings and the tuning pegs,
Okay.
I rather buy them from the musical shops. Yeah, in Accra. Yeah. So I get them in the musical shops at
Okay.
Accra.
All right, so you buy the rest, that is the tuning pegs,
The tuning
right?
pegs
And then
and
the
the
strings
yes.
from the shops in Accra, and then you come and add up to these. Now, Ima, I am very much curious to know these as well. So the very first time you manufactured a guitar, how did you feel?
Oh, okay. The very first time it wasn't successful,
Okay,
so I even gave up.
okay.
Yes. So as time goes on, then I decided to try another one. So the more I try, the more I spoil the whole process. Like the more I spoil the thing, yeah, because of the pressure of the guitar. So with time goes on, like I nearly give up. But I said to myself, no, like I'll not give up. So I'll rather try and improve in the guitar. Yeah. So I started through that, and then I began producing the guitar. So the first guitar I did, when I did the guitar, that I played the strings on it. When I played it, that the sound came, and then like the board wasn't bent. I felt very amazed, and like I felt surprised, like I was happy. Yeah, because it's like something I never learned that I produced there. So I felt surprised. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was really amazed.
So it
Yes.
took you how many years of practice? I don't want to say failure, no. It took you how many years of practice before you could produce a first successful guitar?
Oh, okay. I can say it took me 3 years before I was able to produce a successful guitar, yeah, which you can see now over here.
We have more than 10 on display. And Ima,
Yeah.
I am just imagining 3 good years is a lot of time for someone to give up.
Yeah.
3 years is a lot of time. How often were you practicing in a week or a month within these 3 years of unsuccessful rehearsal or practice?
Okay. What I was doing was that if I produce a guitar that it's not good, then I'll get bored. So if I'm bored, I'll just destroy it. I'll just destroy the whole thing. So I'll be there like 1 month, 2 months. I'll not even go into it because it was like it was boring. So as time goes on, then I'll try another one. And if I do it, I'll see that, oh, okay, I've improved, but it's left with something. So if I see that one too, then I'll be like, oh, okay, so I'll place it down. then I'll read more. Sometimes I read and then I learn about the acoustics and all those stuffs. So as time goes on, and then I was able to get the whole concept of the guitar. Yeah, cause I didn't practice it, like cause I didn't learn how to do it. So it took me a really like a longer time for me to be able to produce a solid guitar. Yeah.
Tell us how you feel now that you can produce all these things that I am sure there are a lot also that you've already sold out to people and they are in use. And so tell us, finally, when you could do these things. I mean, when you did your first one, you were fulfilled. But when you could finally do a commercialized guitar, what was the feeling?
Okay. The first day I made the guitar, I felt very happy. Like, cause doing something you've not been taught, not to even talk of holding the saw or the wood. So I felt very happy, cause like it just amazed me that I was able to do the guitar. Yeah. So I was very happy when I made my first guitar. So I showed it to my mom and then to my brother. Then they were like, wow, so I've done really well. Yes.
So at what point did you start selling some of your products?
I started selling my products last 2 years. Yeah. Last year ago, yeah.
So interesting. It took you 13 years to produce or to learn how to produce guitars, and you started selling after 11 years.
Yes.
So viewers, this has taught me one thing and just one thing alone, and that is perseverance. Because I cannot just find myself doing one thing over and over again for 11 good years of little success or no success and still continue doing it until finally getting to get these out there 11 good years later. And this is what you should learn from Emmanuel, that as long as you do not give up on your talent or your effort, definitely there's going to be a reward at the end of the day. And so Emma, thank you for inspiring me on this very bit. So viewers, I would like to take a break and come back shortly. Stay tuned. Viewers, you're welcome back from that quick commercial break, and my name is Nathaniel Oulakutete. You're watching the Untold TV show, and you can call me NT Oulaku for short. And don't forget to follow us on social media, that is Facebook and Instagram is The Untold TV Show. And as well on YouTube, you can watch this show and any other of our interviews, same on The Untold TV Show. And don't forget to like, comment and share, and as well subscribe, so that the next time we upload another episode, you'll be the first to see. So Emmanuel, when you went through all this process, 11 long years of rehearsal, what did it teach you yourself? I have already taken my lessons.
Oh, okay. Before I went through all this, like I've learned that if you want to be successful, you must be determined.
Right.
When you are determined to do something, no matter the circumstance, if you would fail or not, like whether you fail or not, that shouldn't stop you from getting to your dream. So, like to me, for one to be like, you have to endure the pain and then like go through all the things involved. Yeah, because taking me 11 years to do this, I nearly gave up. Yes, I nearly gave up. But if I give up to, cause I love music, I don't feel better. So like I was pushed. The more I try to give up, the more I get the zeal to go back and produce or like do another one. So I tried, and then as time goes on, like I began to do like a solid guitar. So when I saw that, then I started producing. But you see that even with that, when I started producing, like that's not like some would be okay. Others too, when you do others too, it will be like it's not really good. Yeah. So I have some of the guitars that when I produced, like though I was able to do the stronger ones, but even when I was doing those particular ones, I had a problem with them. But I didn't give up. Like the more I make mistakes, then the more I work upon my mistakes. Yeah. So I tried that over and over and over and over, and then now I think now I've gotten to a place that will really help. Yeah.
Now he's gotten to a place that he's proud of and he would want to share with the world. And so, again, I'm sure and I know for a fact that your story is inspiring a lot of people out there, and a lot of people are picking a clue. I'm sure by now somebody is going back to the childhood talent that he or she has abandoned and say, oh really, if I had tried these further and further again, I could have done these. And could you share with us some of your achievements? Now we've seen that perseverance brought you all these results. Now how many can you guess how many guitars you have sold out over the 2-year period?
Okay. Over the 2 years, like, there is the perception that the economy in the country is very hard, so people are not able to afford, like most people are not able to afford, but those who are able to afford to are also doing well in purchasing it here. And over the past 2 years now, though, like, it takes like 1 week to complete one guitar, so I hardly do more guitars because I do all by myself. Like, yes, I do all myself. Sometimes I engage my siblings to help me. So over for the past years now, I've sold about 30 guitars. So I've sold about 30 guitars, and since I sold them to, like, no problem, like no one called to tell me that like he has problem with the guitar. So far I've not heard any. Then the type to, when I sell the guitar to you, like, I take your contact, so it's like we are family now. So I take your contact so that in case of anything, they tell me, so that we would like build like the guitar thing together. So I do follow up. So I have their WhatsApp numbers that I do text them, I do call them and ask them, oh, how is the strength of the guitar and how is the fretboard? Because you see, for the bass guitar production, it's very difficult to find an acoustic bass guitar in town, because it's very difficult to produce. Like, it has a certain pressure, so due to that, it's very difficult to produce. So most of even the foreigners like to produce the semi rather. So due to that, it's very expensive. So I saw that, okay, since they don't produce the semi, like the acoustic itself, it's not in town like that. So I decided that, okay, I would endure the pain, and then like I'll pass through that pain, and then I'll produce an acoustic bass guitar. So I started with that. The bass guitar alone, I nearly gave up on the bass guitar, but I said no, since I play bass guitar myself, no matter what, I'm supposed to be able to do it, which will end to a success. So I started. First one I did, it didn't work. I did lots of them, which I have them still there with me. So I've kept them for future reference. Like when I started, yes, I have them there now, and I've kept them. So for the bass guitar, it's very difficult, but I've seen that with time, like now I've become used to the thing now. That even if I just produce one, like, it's just on point. So
interesting, and very interesting. So you have a lot of them in there. I'm sure sometime later in life you're going to open a museum for Emoj guitar. Right. So can you tell us some of the apart from the process, which is a challenge, the difficulty, and as well sourcing some of the materials out there, are there any other challenges that you face beyond all that you have already mentioned to us?
Well, because I do the guitar in Ghana here, most Ghanaians, we have the perception that if something is produced in the country locally, it's not quality. So I face this challenge. Like, most of the buyers say this, but some to understand me, some to be like, oh, okay, even if the thing is not quality, because it's made here in Ghana, we will try to support you so that, like, you would grow in the industry here. So some people like try to encourage me, and then like the others too, when you tell them that I do the guitar here in Ghana, they don't even want to look at it. So it's a challenge to me.
Viewers, this is a story of Emoj guitars, and this is a childhood dream that started some 13 years ago, and today we see what we're seeing. And it is time that we support our very own. It's time that we support made in Ghana patronize made in Ghana, consume made in Ghana product. And if this young boy, this young chap at age 12 or 11 thereabout decided to learn how to manufacture guitars after learning how to play, is able to produce all that we are seeing and even more, it is only fair that we patronize these rather than the Chinese products or other products that we do not know where they are being produced. You know, one interesting thing is that he is even here in this country, and it takes you just a walk or a drive away to make your complaints if you feel that the product you bought has any defect. And so that shouldn't deter us from patronizing our very own. And before we will sign out, Emma is going to play or pull a few strings, and so go for a quick commercial break, and when we return he's going to be pulling some strings. Stay tuned, don't go away.
Watching the Onto TV show. Enjoy.
So Emma, it's been interesting hearing your story, and so where do you want to see Emoj Guitars in the next 5 to 10 years?
Wow, I really love your question. Yes, I really want to see Emoj Guitar in the next 5 to 10 years. I want it to go worldwide. Like, I want everyone to hear of these guitars. Yeah, like in terms of quality, in terms of the beauty. I want it to go like everywhere in this world, like across the world. Yeah, yes, I want it to go everywhere.
And it's only the Onto TV show that promises that. And so you want to share your social media handles or probably your WhatsApp line so that if anyone is interested, they can reach you.
Okay. On Facebook, it's Emoj Guitars. On Instagram, it's Emoj Guitars. And my WhatsApp line is 024-2251-556. I use that one too for phone calls, so you can also call me on that to get yourself an Emoj guitar. And note, they are made in Ghana, so they are very quality and all this stuff. Yeah, so
alright, so they are made in Ashaiman as well.
sure. They are made in Ashaiman, yeah.
Alright, thank you very much. So viewers, all too soon we've come to the end of our interview, but before we go, Emma, do you have some piece of advice to our viewers?
Oh, okay. What I'll tell my viewers is that in everything you do, you must never give up. You must always be focused, because it's good when you focus, because if you are doing something and you give up, it means you are not really serious on what you want to do. So my advice to people out there is that for everything you want to do, just endure the pain. How it will go, how it will be, just endure the pain and make sure that you come with a successful colors or a flying colors, so that the world will hear of you. Yes.
I'm sure that as well there are some special people you want to acknowledge who have helped you along the journey. So far, this is the time.
Oh, okay. So first I'll thank God Almighty for the gift of life He's shared unto me, and also for my parents. My late dad was really a motivation to me. He motivated me, and my mom also, Miss Mary OTUBOAH. She has really helped me a lot in terms of financially and advice on all these guitars. Yeah. And my elder brother, Elder Nathaniel OTUBOAH, he's also been a help to me. He has helped me very well in the production. He helps me because he plays guitar. He also helps me. Oh, okay, do this like this, do this like this. And also my sister Nancy OTUBOAH, yeah, she has also really been a helping tool for me. She has helped me a lot. Her advice and all such is also keeping me. And also shout out to my younger brother who always helps me, yeah, some in cutting of the woods though. And also to my friends out there, to my loved ones, everyone, to my friends, yeah. I don't want to mention any names so that it will be like, oh, okay, I did this and I excluded you. So to all my friends, my childhood friend, my classmates, my church, everyone, I say shout out to you all.
Viewers, I want to say a big thanks to all of you for making this show a big one. And as well, we want to say that don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, as well as on YouTube is the OTUBOAH TV show. And don't forget that after watching, you subscribe, comment and like, so that we'll continue bringing you more productions of geniuses in this country. My name is Nathaniel Owulakutete. You can call me NT Owulaku for short. Thank you. Bye bye.